Let's start with crocheting Osmanthus flowers, and for the flowers, we need to separate the strands and crochet them. I'm using thick yarn here for the demonstration. Everyone can refer to the chart for details. Take out the corresponding yarn. Start with a magic ring. Then crochet 3 chain stitches. In this ring, make a slip stitch. This makes 1 petal. Crochet 4 petals like this in a row. Once the 4 petals are crocheted, slightly enlarge the loop. Then tighten the loop of the magic ring. Leave the loop that was just enlarged on this side. Cut off the long yarn tail. Then we need to hide these 2 yarn tails inside. You can see here that this side is actually the right side of the piece. And this is the wrong side of the piece. But we will use the wrong side of the piece as the right side of this Osmanthus flower. So these yarn tails are hidden on the right side of the piece, which will later be on the underside, acting as the back of the flower. Let's start by hiding the yarn tail from the last cut first. The right side of the piece is facing you. First, use a sewing needle to poke through these positions. Then bring the yarn tail through. Pull it over. You can continue hiding the yarn for a couple more stitches. And the starting yarn tail is also hidden in these spots. Pass through. Bring the yarn over. After hiding a few stitches, you can cut it off. Then tidy it up. One Osmanthus flower is now crocheted. Next, let's crochet the leaves, which come in 2 sizes, large and small. The crochet method is the same, only the stitch count varies slightly. I'll demonstrate with the small leaf, and you can follow the chart for the large one. Since the leaf is crocheted using 6 out of the 8 strands from a lace thread skein, it's not extremely fine, so I'll use pre-separated lace thread for this demonstration. Take the corresponding yarn. First, make a slip knot. Then crochet 12 chain stitches. Then go to the second chain from the hook and pick up through the top loop. That's the half strand on top of this chain stitch. First, work a single crochet. While crocheting, we'll also add in the wire. Let's first pass the hook through here. Then take a piece of wire of corresponding length. Lay it over the crochet hook. And draw the yarn through. Complete this single crochet stitch. The wire is now added in. Then, for the next stitch, work a half double crochet in the front loop of the adjacent stitch. Yarn over. Draw through. We also need to add in the wire at the same time. Bring the yarn through, and now you have 3 loops on the hook. Yarn over and draw through all loops in once. That's a half double crochet. Then continue working. Double crochets 1 by 1 into the next 5 stitches. Yarn over. Draw through. Bring the yarn through. Pass through the first 2 loops in sequence. Yarn over again. Then pass through the remaining 2 loops. This makes 1 double crochet stitch. Work 5 double crochets in a row. Then for the next 2 stitches, work 1 half double crochet into each. Into the next stitch, work 1 single crochet. And finally, make a slip stitch into the last stitch. Then make 1 chain stitch. Adjust the wire at this point. Fold it over. Both sides should be about the same length. Then crochet the opposite half. After completing the chain stitch earlier, at the same position, the same hole where the previous stitch was inserted, make another slip stitch. Don't forget to place the wire on top at the same time. Then go back to the insertion point of the single crochet on this side. Also make a single crochet, place both the wire and the yarn tail on the hook, and work them in. Then 2 half double crochets on this side. 5 double crochets, then 1 half double crochet, 1 single crochet. The other side should match up evenly. At the same insertion points, make 2 half double crochets, 5 double crochets, then 1 half double crochet and 1 single crochet. First, crochet this row across. As you crochet, wrap the wire and yarn tails inside. Keep hiding the wire all the way to the end. The yarn tail can be hidden for about 4 double crochet stitches. First, crochet it over. After completing the last single crochet, join with a slip stitch in the first single crochet of the round. Don't pull tight on this slip stitch. Then, simply stretch the loop open. Leave a long length of yarn. Cut it off. On this side, the wire was worked in as we crocheted. Pull it flat. Then there's this remaining yarn tail. First, thread it through the stitch where we last joined with a slip stitch. Then bring this yarn tail to the wrong side. It's now on the back side. Next, thread it through a few more stitches. Then pass the yarn tail through the sewing needle. Pull it through. Tidy it up. The yarn tail is now hidden, and these 2 yarn tails can just be cut off directly. This completes 1 leaf. Now let's crochet the rabbit. The rabbit is also crocheted using 6 strands of yarn, so it's not too thin. I'll demonstrate directly using lace yarn here. Take out the corresponding yarn. Start with an adjustable magic ring. Make 1 chain stitch as the turning chain, then crochet 6 single crochets into the ring. That's 1 single crochet, crochet 6 in total. Then tighten the ring. Join with a slip stitch to the first single crochet stitch. Tighten it up. That completes the first round. Then for the second round, start with 1 chain stitch as the turning chain, and in the same position, which is the stitch of the first single crochet, work a single crochet increase. First, crochet 1 single crochet, Then another single crochet in the same spot. Crocheting 2 single crochets in the same stitch is a single crochet increase. The pattern for this round is to work a single crochet increase in each stitch of the previous round. First, hook it over. After completing the last stitch, join with a slip stitch in the first stitch of the round to finish. Tighten it up. Then start the next round with a chain stitch. For each following round, always finish by joining with a slip stitch in the first stitch and pulling tight, then chain 1 as the turning chain to begin the next round. I won't repeat this explanation later on. Now for the third round, first work a single crochet in the first stitch. Then work a single crochet increase in the adjacent stitch. These 3 stitches form one sequence of this round, which is 1 single crochet, 1 single crochet increase, and 1 single crochet. The next stitch right here is also a single crochet increase. Keep repeating the sequence all the way to the end to finish the round. You don't need to cut the starting yarn tail, just leave it here. Finally, you can tuck it inside together. After finishing the third round, start the fourth round with a single crochet. Then work a single crochet increase in the adjacent stitch. Work another single crochet in the next stitch. This makes 4 stitches as one sequence. Let me demonstrate again. A single crochet. A single crochet increase. Another single crochet. Keep repeating this sequence all the way to the end. After finishing the fourth round, the next one is the fifth round. Start with a single crochet in the first, second, and third stitches. Then work a single crochet increase in the next stitch. So the pattern of this round is 3 single crochets, followed by a single crochet increase. Let's finish this round first. After finishing the fifth round, the sixth round comes next. Work a single crochet into each stitch from the previous round, one by one. No more single crochet increases from now on. Just make 1 single crochet in each stitch. Hook it over like that. Finish the sixth round with even single crochets, no increases. The following few rounds will follow the same method as the sixth round. Just work even single crochets around the previous round. After completing this section of even single crochets, we'll start the decreasing part. Follow the chart and finish this section first. After finishing the even single crochet section, it's time to start decreasing. First, make a chain stitch as the turning chain. Then work a single crochet into each of the next 3 stitches. Next, you need to work a single crochet decrease. Let me demonstrate the technique. The next stitch has a V shape, and the front loop is the one closer to us. We'll pick that up. Then also pick up the front loop of the adjacent stitch at the same time. Yarn over. Pull through both of these loops. Then yarn over again to complete this single crochet, creating an invisible single crochet decrease. The pattern for this round is, work 3 single crochets, then 1 single crochet decrease. Let me demonstrate once more. After completing 3 single crochets, work 1 single crochet decrease. Just like that. Everyone, follow the pattern and complete this round. After finishing the last single crochet decrease, join with a slip stitch to the first single crochet stitch to finish. This round of single crochets is now done. Then for the following rounds, you'll first work a round of even single crochets, followed by a round of single crochet decreases. Then work another round of even single crochets, and another round of single crochet decreases. These techniques have already been covered earlier, so I won't repeat the demonstration. Everyone, please complete these rounds first. The working method is the same, only the decrease positions differ. These details are clearly marked on the chart. Just follow the chart to crochet. After completing the last round, you'll need to stuff the inside with leftover yarn tails. Just stuff in the other 2 strands left over from splitting the yarn here. If that's not enough, add some of the light yellow yarn from the main piece. This is what I've already stuffed. After stuffing, leave a yarn tail of about 10 centimeters. Then close the top opening. Thread the yarn tail through the yarn needle. Then for the last round here. In each stitch, pick up the front loop only, the half stitch closest to you. Thread it through. Go through the front loop of each stitch. Thread through all the stitches in the round. Once you've threaded through the front loops of the entire round, pull it tight to close the opening. Since we started closing, when there were still 12 stitches left, pulling it like this won't completely tighten the opening. So after pulling it as tight as possible, take the yarn, which was originally going in this direction, and twist it over to this side. Insert it from this position, then come out from any opposite position. Reinforce it a bit. This way, the opening is almost closed completely. Then follow the texture of the single crochet with this yarn tail, and weave in for a few more stitches. Each time, go through following the texture of the single crochet, then come out. After a few times, just trim it off directly. If you feel the hole above still isn't closed properly, You can also bring the yarn tail back to a position next to the hole, then go into the hole again. Come out in any direction, and reinforce and fill it once more. Then cut the yarn. Tidy it up, and the main part of the rabbit is done. Now let's work on the rabbit's ears. First, make a slip knot. Then work a chain stitch. After completing 7 chain stitches, start from the second chain from the hook. Pick up a half loop, which is the top part of the V shape. Work 3 single crochets. The adjacent stitch is also a single crochet. Work another single crochet on the side. Then work 1 half double crochet in each of the next 2 stitches. Yarn over. Pass through. Bring the yarn over. Go through all 3 loops one by one. For these 2 half double crochets, when you reach the last stitch, first work 3 half double crochets in the same stitch. Then turn to the opposite side. On this side, use the same insertion point and work 2 half double crochets. Meaning, in the last stitch, you've worked a total of 5 half double crochets. After finishing this, at the insertion point where there were 2 half double crochets and 3 single crochets earlier, work 2 half double crochets and 3 single crochets in the corresponding spots. At the same time, place the yarn tail over the hook, and pull it through to close. Tighten it up to about the position of the second single crochet stitch on this side. You don't need to tighten for the last single crochet stitch anymore. Then join with a slip stitch on the first single crochet stitch, where you started. This slip stitch doesn't need to be pulled tight. Leave a yarn tail long enough for sewing, then break the yarn. About 7 or 8 centimeters. Once this yarn tail is tightened on this side, tidy it up, and cut it off directly. So one rabbit ear is done, make 2 in total. Now we will crochet the rabbit's hands and feet. The crocheting method for both hands and feet is the same. Start with a magic ring. Then another chain stitch. Then work a single crochet in the ring. Then a half double crochet. Then another single crochet. Join with a slip stitch in the ring. Pull up the loop, close the magic ring. Then leave a little yarn tail here and cut the yarn. Here you can see that what we crocheted is a slightly bigger half circle. This side is the right side of the piece. This side is the wrong side. The right side looks flatter, while the wrong side has more texture. When we attach them later, whether it's the hands or feet, we will use the wrong side facing out. So these parts with more texture will look like fingers and toes. A total of 4 like this will be crocheted. Finally, we will crochet the rabbit's tail. Also start with a magic ring. Then make a chain stitch. Next, work 5 single crochets into the hole. Stretch the loop, then tighten the magic ring. After tightening, slip stitch into the first single crochet stitch. Pull tight. Then chain 1 and cut the yarn. Tighten this part as well. The tail, like the hands and feet, will have the wrong side facing out. The starting tail is originally on the wrong side, since we've turned it outward. So you need to thread this tail from the middle back to the right side. Let the wrong side face out, creating a little tail, then attach it to the main body. Now let's talk about assembling the rabbit. There are 2 methods for assembly. One is to glue it directly. For example, find the corresponding position for this ear. Then glue it in place and secure it. After that, use a yarn needle to thread the tail into the main body. Come out at any spot, then simply cut it off to finish. The others are done the same way, first glue and secure, then hide the yarn tails. The other method is to use the leftover yarn tails to sew all these pieces onto the main body. Now I'll demonstrate how to sew them on. The glue method is simpler, so I won't demonstrate that. If you're worried the leftover tail isn't long enough, you can split this strand in half, originally 6 strands. Now we can separate them into 2 groups of 3. This gives you 2 sewing threads. Then thread the sewing needle. Find the corresponding position. First, insert the needle through the corresponding position. Then exit the needle from the side. After securing the ear to the main body, pass through the stitch at the lower part of the ear. Then thread it back through the main body. Once it's back through the main body, go to the other side, where you just secured it. Then come out from the side and loop around a stitch there to secure it. Then pull it down and pass it through the main body again. Once you thread it through this side, the ear will basically stand up. Then weave the yarn tail back into the main body, exit from the back, and cut it off. If there's any leftover yarn tail on this side, also thread it into the main body. Then exit from any spot at the back and fasten off the yarn. Basically, insert through the corresponding spot on the main body. Then after exiting, sew the corresponding area under the ear. The goal is to secure the ear in place so that it stands up. If it falls forward and won't stand up, you can loop some yarn around the back and pull it toward the main body, then it will stand up. The other ear, as well as the hands, feet, and tail, are sewn on the same way. I won't repeat the demonstration here, just complete it on your own. This is the rabbit I've already assembled, and I used yarn to sew it together. It's a bit more effort than using glue, but it's more secure. Once the ears, hands, feet, and tail are all secured, you can apply a little glue at the hand area, then press it inward a bit to help set the shape. Then you'll need to embroider the eyes and mouth using yarn. Now I'll demonstrate the making method. First, separate a few strands of brown yarn. Thread it through the yarn needle. Then find the correct position for sewing the eyes. Insert the needle through from any spot at the back first. Leave a little tail at the back, don't pull it all the way out. Then locate the corresponding position. Insert it through. As you insert it on this side, you also need to come out from the other side, the spot below the other eye. Like this. Then insert again from the top. Come out at the spot below where you'll embroider the mouth. After coming out from here, insert the needle into the side position first. Then come out at the middle spot below. At the same time, pass through this loop. Then pull tight. This creates the shape of the mouth. Tidy it up a bit, then bring the yarn out from here. Exit at the same position. Go back to any spot at the back. Then tidy it up slightly. Once the eyes and mouth are embroidered, you can cut off the yarn tails directly. Then just push it inside, and you're done. Finally, glue a small Osmanthus flower onto the rabbit's ear. This chubby bunny is now completed. Now we'll make the flower branch part. First, take a piece of wire of the required length, then fold it in half. Next, cut a piece of brown thread about 3 times the length of the folded wire. We need to wrap the brown thread around the wire, and also add the crocheted leaves as we go. Now I'll demonstrate the making method. Align the folded wire with the end of the thread so they are level. Apply some glue here, then spread out the thread after applying the glue. Spread it out like this over the glued area, then start wrapping it up. Secure it well. Once this part is secured, bend the unwrapped end at the beginning over. Then continue by applying some glue here. And wrap both the starting wire and the yarn tail in together. Once it's wrapped, it should look roughly like this. Next, we'll add the first leaf at around the 1/3 mark of the wire. So now we need to take a crocheted leaf and fit it in for comparison. Since there's also a small section of wire left at the bottom, let's check the position. Around this point, we'll start inserting the wire in. Then we'll add a bit more glue here as well. And wrap the leaf in together like this. Here, we first confirm the position of the leaf. For example, this leaf is meant to be at this position. So let's check if the wire and the previous wrap are at the exact same spot. If it's not aligned, like here, and there's an extra bit sticking out, we'll cut that part off with scissors. After cutting, the end of the wire will be level with the wrapped area. Then switch direction and pinch it together here. Then yarn over. This way you can wrap the leaf in more smoothly and evenly. You can apply glue to this section first and wrap it up. Once the first leaf is wrapped, it should look like this, wrapped all the way to its base. Then continue wrapping along the wire towards the back. At this point, you need to determine the position for the next leaf. Around the 2/3 mark, for example, at this position. This is the large leaf, and then we'll install 2 smaller leaves next. Now bring them over and compare. If installing them here, the wire length should reach this position. So next, we need to wrap the brown thread up to this position first. Then add the small leaves. Start by wrapping them over. Remember to apply a bit of glue in the middle to secure it. So up to this point, we're ready to install the 2 small leaves next. Here I've already trimmed the wire lengths at the bottom to be even. Then you can fold them together first. Flip it to the other direction. Align the ends with the position where we wrapped the yarn earlier. Pinch it, and just like before, apply a bit of glue. Then follow along this side and wrap both of them in together like this. Wrap all the way to their base. Start by wrapping it over first. After wrapping to the bottom of the leaf, continue wrapping backward along the wire just like before. When you get to the front, roughly the same position, check the fit again. Next are 2 large leaves and 1 small leaf. Because at the end here, just like the beginning, it needs to bend in slightly. So the leaves will be wrapped in together around this position. So for this brown yarn section, it's wrapped up to about here. Everyone can check the fit themselves, then trim the wire of the leaves. The wire lengths under the 3 leaves are all the same. The 2 leaves that are already wrapped are now folded together. You can separate them later, it doesn't matter. First, finish wrapping the back part. When you get here, add in the last 3 leaves. First the 2 large ones folded together, then 1 small leaf. That way, when you open them up later, it will look like 2 large leaves on this side, and 1 small leaf on this side. I've already trimmed the bottom here, and they're about the same length. Then fold them together as well. You can also slightly twist them together a bit. pinch this part to hold it. Then, just like before, apply some glue on this side. Wrap the yarn around along with it. Keep wrapping all the way down to the bottom of the leaves. You can bend it to the side first. Next is the final tail section. Apply a bit more glue here to secure it. When you're almost at the end of the wrapping, bend it over as well. Then, just like at the beginning, wrap both wires together, apply glue, and secure the yarn tail on top. Once this is secured, cut the yarn tail and tidy it up. I've already taken care of the yarn ends here. Then fold the leaf to the side and bend it over. This piece will cover the part of the branch behind it. The bottom part is the same. Then bend it into a slight curve. Smooth it out. The flower branch part is done. Now we need to glue the Osmanthus flowers we crocheted earlier onto it. Before gluing the flowers, remember to set aside 4 of them first, then glue the rest here. There can also be 2 flowers glued on the branch itself. Once the Osmanthus flowers are glued on, it will look like this. I have 7 here, 4 here, then 1 here, 3 here, and another 1 here, but the number of flowers at each position isn't fixed. You can arrange them according to your own preference, or follow my example. So with that, the entire Osmanthus branch is completed. Once all the accessories are crocheted, glue them onto the box lid. This is the Osmanthus branch. Glue it in a position that's roughly aligned with the opening. Then next to it is the little chubby rabbit, and add a few more Osmanthus flowers as decoration. That completes this storage box.